r/AskReddit, what has been the worst adult tantrum you've seen? A well-known video game developer stomping his feet, flailing arms, and voice screeching/cracking while screaming like a mall 5-year-old due to a small delay in the schedule. I work in game dev. There are a lot of socially stupid grown children who are considered geniuses who absolutely cannot work with other humans. Game designers are the worst offenders by far. Every other discipline is usually pretty chill. Randy Pitchford? Some dude at Dairy Queen, sitting with who I assume are his wife and son, went ballistic after finding out his burger had ketchup, threw it at the wall, and stormed out. Having that level of immaturity on its own is shocking. To do it in front of an impressionable young man that you should be getting a good example for is just appalling. Saddest part was his son, probably 11 to 13, saying sorry to everyone as they left in a hurry. Takes real character for a child to be more mature than his father. My ex at almost 45 years old, losing a game of pool, and a 70-year-old man with Parkinson's telling him not to worry about it, it's just a game. He almost punched the guy in the face, then started throwing pool cues in the floor while screaming and cursing. This was at a busy pool hall. He threw tantrums like this all the time, and would scream at me and tell me I was a fucking freak because I didn't act like he and his brother did when I was upset. I'm really glad that's your ex. I worked at Tim Hortons and filled the coffee to the fill line. Someone threw the coffee at me because it wasn't full. Those people are the reason every time I buy a coffee the cup is so full I spill it and burn myself. Fuck those people. My mother went on a hunger strike when I told her I would stop going to med school to go to law school. Wow, lol. My dad. In a T-Mobile store losing his mind and threatening the staff because he couldn't do something on his phone and blamed the store manager for doing it on purpose. Reader, he fucked up his phone at home. My neighbor got upset at me about my relative picking up her car at night. He confronted me about it a few days later to say fuck you at me about 50 times and with a few racist words for Asian people thrown in. He's picked a fight with every neighbor on our street who isn't white. Gee, sounds like a happy neighbor. This fall I ordered T-Bell on the app, for pickup in the lobby. I walked a few blocks and the lobby was closed. Drive-through only. So, walked up to the drive-through window and picked up my order. Guy in a minivan behind me started screaming at me, and when he got out of his vehicle to start a fight the pipe that was in his lap fell on the pavement and shattered. I took a photo of the license plate and called the cops to report an intoxicated driver. My father, Christmas/1990-ish. Had a meltdown because the mashed potatoes I brought to dinner had lumps. My then husband preferred lumpy spuds because I like to know where my mashed potatoes came from, and tore into me, viciously letting me know I had ruined Christmas with my side dish. I have had people complain about my lumpy mashed potatoes. My husband likes them that way too. I just tell them, you have a fork, mash them yourself. Is weird how is super easy to ruin his Christmas then. What a man-child. I love lumpy smashed taters. Telly Savalas in the dining room at the Universal Sheraton. I was eating breakfast, I was there for a convention, and he just went off. Yelling and screaming at the staff. I have no idea what he was mad about, but he was livid. I saw a 30-ish guy in American flag board shorts and slugging from a can of Monster at 10:30 a.m. absolutely berating and his mother in a motorized cart at Disney World. It was Mother's Day. Bill O'Reilly, fuck it. Well, do it live. Fucking thing sucks. Ugh, I'm the manager of a cell phone store, we see all kinds. They've ranged from peeing on the floor to leaving a bomb outside. As someone who was living in NYC at the time this happened and working at news and sports studios as a graphics op, this is one of my all-time favorite moments in TV. There is also a great video of Hannah Storm pushing a makeup person out of the shot. He'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks. We had to deboard at O'Hare in Chicago back in 2021 because some dude threw a fit about having to wear a mask. Once we all got off the plane we all just kind of sat around and waited for more officers to arrive. The dude was having a massive screaming drunken tantrum about how they were ruining his kid's trip to Disney because now he wouldn't be able to meet them in time. I wish I recorded it. Whenever people break golf clubs for attention I'm just like okay twat. One day when I was a preteen, a friend and I were riding bikes in an empty lot that adjoined a golf course. A player on the other side of the fence called us over and offered us $50 if we could find the driver he'd hurled over the fence in frustration. I was 19, my co-worker was 50. He got upset over something at work and threw his food to the ground, then threw a piece of our equipment across the shop bay. I've also seen plenty of my older adults scream in rage, kick in trash cans till they're broken, and other things. I've also seen people my age smash their monitors and their cars. I personally have never thrown a temper tantrum since I was 5. Real adults don't throw tantrums, we drink instead. In the middle of a family argument, that my father more than likely was the cause of, my father yelled at all of us and cancelled Christmas. I just shook my head and didn't care. Later it hit me, the lunatic wasn't saying Christmas was cancelled for the family, this fucking loony meant Christmas was cancelled for everything. One of the first Christmases I spent alone. And for the first time it was a happy Christmas. OMG. Are we siblings? My mom threw a full water pitcher at my head in a hospital room. She was a drunk and having a fit because she was not competent to be discharged. I didn't get hit and just walked outside to breathe. The nicest nurse came out and was kindly talking to me while I calmed down. I'm so sorry that happened. That had to be really hard. I'm sorry, man. That really sucks. When I started reading your post I thought your mom was just loopy after a procedure and you guys laugh about it now. I am an attorney and see them literally daily. But the worst one I saw was while negotiating a settlement for a client. His case was already not great but the other side supplied me with evidence that made things way worse. I still managed to get an offer well into the six figures. He threw a hissy fit complete with ripping out his hair and holding his breath threatening to asphyxiate himself, insisting that he deserved millions of dollars. Which wasn't even legally possible in the kind of case this was. I didn't know Phoenix Wright was life accurate. Hello everyone. Thanks for sticking to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to humbly ask you to subscribe to the channel. According to my statistics, 100% of my viewers in the past 28 days are not subscribed. I have always wanted this channel to reach 1000 subscribers, and if you want to support and be a part of that, subscribe. It's free and it's an awesome way to support the channel. Thanks again, Reddit glitch out.